Mr. Noble.
Good afternoon, Chairman Boozman, Ranking Member Klobuchar, and members of this committee. It's truly an honor to be before you today. As Senator Boozman shared earlier, many years ago I sat as a staffer in this very room to then Senator Blanche Lincoln of Arkansas. She eventually served as chairman of this committee, and it brings back a lot of memories seeing her portrait here on the wall today. Nearly 30 years later, our own John Boozman now holds that gavel, and I can't think of a better man to lead this committee. So forgive me for just taking a moment here, but this is truly a special moment for a boy from Arkansas. I'm Ben Noble, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Riceland Foods, but I'm also the son of Buddy Noble and the brother of Andy Noble, who own and manage Noble Farms. As we discuss the state of the farm economy today, my story unfortunately mirrors what is happening across the countryside in rural America. Due to high input cost and lack of profitability over a multi-year period and the low probability for profitable returns this year, my family is pulling the ripcord. 2025 will be the first year since 1890, that's 135 years, that a Noble has not actively farmed in East Arkansas. We're selling our equipment at an auction this Friday. Our experience is unfortunately not unique, as lenders and farmers across the Mid-South face tough decisions with the prospect of low commodity prices, high input cost, and extreme uncertainty and volatility. This situation has profound and far-reaching effects across the economy and the livelihood of rural America. Riceland Foods is a farmer-owned cooperative that's been in business since 1921. We're the largest miller and marketer of rice in the United States, and we also serve as the largest marketer of soybeans in the Mid-South. Our membership consists of 5,500 members across America, and our farmer patrons are concentrated in Arkansas and Missouri. We directly employ over 1,700 people and indirectly support hundreds of jobs in rural America. For decades, our business model has been to provide marketing options for our members' rice and soybeans, process the grain, and then sell and distribute the finished goods through domestic and international channels. This activity generates well over $1 billion annually and is turned over multiple times in our region of the Mississippi Delta. The key in the aforementioned business model is the ability of the farmer to secure financing and produce a crop on an annual basis. Also key in this equation is a strong economy that allows farmers to remain profitable. Without our farmer members, all the economic activity that Riceland Foods generates and the jobs we support disappear, leaving economic deserts in many areas of East Arkansas and the Boot Heel of Missouri. Financial institutions work diligently and creatively to keep farmers on the farm this growing season, but a shadow of uncertainty remains across the entire system. Planting decisions and seed purchases are often made months before now. As final assessments are made, productive farmland will likely remain fallow this year due to some farmers' inability to attain financing. Ultimately, this could reduce the production of rice, soybeans, corn, and possibly other commodities in our growing region. Businesses like ours are struggling to plan accordingly to receive and process this year's crop. Our company has 4 milling locations across Arkansas and Missouri. We also have 24 drying locations across the same footprint. In small rural towns like Stuttgart, Hazen, Poplar Bluff, New Madrid, Wheatley, and many, many more, Riceland Foods is the largest employer and the main driver of the local economy. When our farmers suffer, we suffer. Ultimately, this impacts the entire region. It's not overstating to say that if Riceland Foods doesn't operate in many of these small towns, the towns no longer exist. We must take serious and substantial action that results in updated reference prices that secure a strong safety net for rice farmers. This means a substantial increase in the PLC reference price and the assurance that payment limitations are increased to reflect modern-day farming. These enhancements must be effective for the 2025 crop year. Securing a strong safety net for our growing members also provides stability for both farmer-owned cooperatives and private mills. Along those same lines, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the importance of tax policy on our cooperative. Of particular significance to cooperatives such as Riceland, the Section 199A deduction stands out as one of our farmer members' most crucial tax policies. This provision enables cooperatives to pass tax deductions directly through to their members, who then reinvest the funds back into their operations. These reinvestments in turn strengthen local economies by creating jobs, increasing spending on ag production, and fostering growth in rural communities. I'll finish where I began in this full circle moment for me. I've witnessed firsthand the work Congress can do to support American agriculture as both a Senate staffer and a professional in this industry working on behalf of farmers. Now is the time for Congress to act on a new farm bill and support the industry I've devoted my life to before it's too late. Unfortunately, there are many farmers out there who won't be farming this year, and the outlook is even more grim. I implore you to act. Keep farmers farming. Every American is relying on this committee and your colleagues in Congress to deliver. Thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to answering any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Noble, and thank you for sharing your story. Your family has been a powerful force for agriculture since 1890 and are so well respected. But I think it really highlights how difficult it is right now and the importance of the hearing today and the importance of getting a five-year farm bill done. And I know your ancestor of 1890 is very, very proud of you right now. So, Mr. Noble, I truly believe there's no greater tool for rural development in many agriculture communities than strong risk management tools. Rison is an anchor of the community in eastern Arkansas. Can you illustrate for the committee the impact a strong farm safety net has on rural communities?
Sure, Senator. You know, when you think about the support we're talking about with the safety net for farmers, it sometimes gets lost. That's just a transaction with the government and the farmer, and I guess in one sense it is. But when you think about how many times that dollar turns over economically in a rural community, whether it's the grocery store, rural health facilities, machinery repair, machinery repairs, countless of other small businesses, rural America